Ibrahim Lodhi, the last Sultan of Delhi. Sultanate. Ibrahim Lodhi was born around 1480, the son of Sikandar Lodhi, one of the most prominent rulers of the Lodhi dynasty, which ruled over the Delhi Sultanate in North India. Raised in the imperial courts of Agra and Delhi, Ibrahim received an education fitting a prince. He was trained in Islamic theology, Persian literature, military strategy, and statecraft. His upbringing was marked by the ambition of continuing his father's legacy, who had expanded the empire and ruled with intelligence and discipline. When Sikandar Lodhi died in 1517, Ibrahim Lodhi ascended the throne as Sultan of Delhi. However, from the very beginning of his reign, Ibrahim faced major challenges. While his father had ruled with a combination of firmness and diplomacy, Ibrahim was known for his autocratic style and mistrust of his nobles, especially the Afghan aristocracy that had long been the backbone of the Lodhi dynasty's power. In a controversial move, Ibrahim replaced or imprisoned several senior nobles, including trusted governors appointed by his father. His aim was to centralize power, but this backfired spectacularly. Dissatisfaction brewed in the empire, and several governors, including Daulat Khan Lodhi, the governor of Punjab, turned against him. His strict and sometimes cruel policies alienated not just nobles, but also the common people and military commanders. Despite his failures in diplomacy, Ibrahim tried to uphold military traditions. He led campaigns against rebelling provinces and attempted to keep his empire united. But he lacked the strategic mind and people skills his father possessed. As rebellions increased, Ibrahim became increasingly isolated in court. In a desperate attempt to counter Ibrahim's growing tyranny, Daulat Khan Lodhi and other discontented Afghan nobles invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul and a descendant of Timur and Genghis Khan, to invade India. Babur had already made several incursions into the northwestern regions of India, and he now saw the opportunity to strike at Delhi itself. In 1526, Ibrahim Lodhi and Babur met on the battlefield at Panipat, in what would become one of the most decisive battles in Indian history, the First Battle of Panipat. Ibrahim commanded an army of over 100,000 troops and several hundred war elephants, but his forces were largely undisciplined and poorly coordinated. In contrast, Babur's much smaller army of around 15,000 was highly organized and used advanced tactics, including field fortifications, mobile cavalry, and gunpowder artillery, which was still new in Indian warfare. The battle ended in a devastating defeat for Ibrahim Lodhi. He fought bravely and died on the battlefield, sword in hand, but his death marked the fall of the Lodhi dynasty and the end of the Delhi Sultanate. Babur emerged victorious and laid the foundations of the Mughal Empire, which would go on to dominate India for the next 3 centuries. Ibrahim Lodhi's legacy remains a tragic one. He was a courageous warrior, but a poor statesman, whose arrogance, lack of political foresight, and refusal to share power with his nobility led to the collapse of a dynasty. His defeat not only changed the fate of the Lodhi family, but also reshaped the entire history of the Indian subcontinent. Subscribe!